This is the afternoon video update. This is for Monday, the 5th of June. I'm James Spann. Looks, feels like summer, and like a typical summer day, we have a few random storms around this afternoon. Let's go right to the upper air look, and it's kind of a block pattern here. We have this upper low that's been very persistent east of Cape Cod. We have a strong upper high over the northern plains, and then another upper low that's not too far from Los Angeles. And oftentimes this block kind of stays in place for a while. And here there's a light flow aloft, and accordingly the storms that have formed today just aren't moving that much. There's the visible satellite view. The sky is mostly sunny over the eastern half of the state. And then a more in-depth field of cumulus clouds over West Alabama, and some of those have popped into storms. There's the radar composite across the Deep South. Some heavy storms over parts of West Alabama, Mississippi, southeast Louisiana. Let's look at the individual side here. This is the Birmingham NexRad, and again, you can see those storms developing from near Haleyville down to about Berry and Fayette County, Brookwood and Tuscaloosa County, just drifting to the southwest. Other storms over parts of Pickens and Greene and Hale counties, and again, like yesterday, the heavier storms could produce some small hail and gusty winds today. Let's go down to the southwest Alabama activity. And again, you can see what's happening there. Pretty much the same situation. Thunderstorms developing, moving a little quicker, moving to the southwest. And again, we've got some fairly decent storms in progress over parts of Mobile and Baldwin counties north of Interstate 10. The Gulf Coast is dry. Scattered storms into parts of Monroe, Jackson, Washington counties. We note one severe thunderstorm warning over South Mississippi. And as we expect this time of the year, all of this stuff will be fading away once the sun goes down later this evening. Classic summer day, random scattered storms. You might see no rain at all. Your neighbor gets an inch. And that's the way it works this time of the year. Check temperatures. We're mostly in the mid to upper 80s, very close to seasonal averages for early June here. Birmingham 87, Mobile 77 because of those nearby showers. The warm spot, Huntsville, they've got 89. Very quiet day in terms of watches and warnings across the country. We do note that there is a marginal risk of severe storms kind of clipping the northwestern corner of Alabama. And again, really any summer storm can be a pulse-type severe storm that can be strong with a chance of small hail and gusty winds, but you can see that northeastern corner of the state in a marginal risk for the rest of this afternoon and this evening. Tomorrow, got marginal risks in scattered pockets around the country, and pretty much the same thing on day 3, which is Wednesday. Rain for the next 7 days. Average amounts between 1/2 and 1 inch for the north, under 1/2 inch for the south. But remember, your number could vary. These maps are very hard to draw this time of the year because of the scattered, random nature of these afternoon storms. Tropical weather, Gulf of Mexico, quiet as a mouse. We have an X on the board on the midday update, but this thing is out there near the Azores, way, way, way over in the far eastern Atlantic. And again, not really tropical and not expected to be tropical, and this thing would never get a name 50 years ago and probably won't get a name this time. But obviously no issues for the United States for the next 7 days. So model fans, here's the GFS, the 12Z run, valid tomorrow at 4. You can see the block there. We've got the upper low near Los Angeles, a big ridge, an upper high that's over the northern plains, and then that upper low that's east of Maine. And a weak flow here and sufficient moisture for a few widely scattered storms in the afternoon, much like today. Highs, let's see, 87 to 91. Same thing Wednesday, looks pretty quiet. You don't see green on that map, but there could be a storm during the heat of the day in random scattered spots, but obviously many places will be dry. Thursday, evidence of surface boundary could creep in here. We don't call them cold fronts this time of the year, but that might bring a little bump in the number of scattered storms. And then Friday, evidence the air could be a little drier, and if that's the case, nights would be a little cooler. We might see some spots in the 50s by Friday and Saturday morning. High still mid to upper 80s, but the humidity value's down a bit. And again, this is suggesting any isolated showers Friday near the Gulf Coast. Even there, probably not many. This is Saturday, same thing, a few isolated showers for the southern half of the state. And then Sunday, moisture increases statewide. And that doesn't mean it's going to rain all day, but we'll have scattered storms around, mainly Sunday afternoon and evening. Highs for the weekend, I'd say upper 80s. which is what we expect this time of the year. Here's a week from today, Monday, June the 12th. Again, the block in place, upper low near Los Angeles, ridge over the middle of the country, trough over the eastern states, and again, chance of scattered showers and storms. Go out 10 days, trough north and west of the state, and that looks fairly dry here if this works out, but we all know this is 10 days out, and that could easily change. This is rain for Birmingham coming off the GFS Ensemble. You're looking for the mean of the members. That's the green line, about 2 inches between now and the 21st of June. Temperatures about what you'd expect this time of the year, but notice those cooler mornings. Again, this is for Birmingham. We're showing 61 here coming off the NBM both Friday and Saturday morning. Many spots could be in the 50s, but highs will be close to 90 for the weekend. And really every day, highs 86 to 91, maybe 92 toward the end of next week, but that's not that odd for this time of the year. And hot off the presses. Got the brand new 8 to 14-day guidance. This is for June 13th through June 19th, and all of a sudden looks like temperatures could be above average if this forecast works out. Hey, we have notes on the blog, AlabamaWX.com. And again, for those asking about the book deals, we're going to be taking some time away from the book signings for a few weeks. I've got next week, longtime viewers know I do VBS at church. It's a big deal for us, and this is the prep for that week. And then next week we've got that. And then it's a vacation week. I will be off on vacation that following week. And again, we'll get back on it in late June or early July once we get back from all that. But we do invite you to watch Weather Brains tonight. That's our show for weather dweebs, geeks, nerds, dorks, weenies. YouTube.com/weatherbrains. That'll be at 7 o'clock Central. Most of you listen to the podcast. That'll be out late tonight on the podcast apps. And, of course, we invite you to watch us on television this evening, ABC 3340 News, right across the hall in Studio A at 4, 5, 6, and 10 o'clock. Thanks for watching. Have a great evening, and God bless.